good? We good, man? We good, man? We good? I think we should be straight. We should be straight. Hey, we should be straight. We should be straight. We should be straight now. I'm pretty sure. But hopefully everybody gonna slide back. Let me get this posted in the Discord once again. But hold on, let me get this posted right quick. We had dummy people already in. We had like 10 off rip. Hold on. We about to get to some gems though. It's just low-key 5 o'clock over here. It's a little late, but it takes some days like this. Let me get this posted in the Discord. Right quick. Give me a couple seconds. Boom. 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 Ain't nothing gonna hold back a DOR stream. I'm locked in. My Wi-Fi been a little wonky the past couple of days, bro. I need a new router. I called Spectrum. They said some shit a while ago. They was like, oh, we got an updated router. You need to go pick it up. And then it was just a whole long ass process, and I never picked it up. And so what ended up happening is I never got the new router. So my Wi-Fi be wonky like every few weeks or some shit. So that's what was happening there. I was streaming in 1440, like 2K quality, but now I had to drop it down to 1080. So it may not be as crisp, but it's still straight. We're still working with it. We gotta do what we gotta do. So let me pull this stuff up like I was showing y'all before. Where is this at? Let me get this stuff that I just had pulled up for my workout. All right. Hold on. This is something that's low key. Let me pause this music too. All right. First things first. Bro, if y'all see my Instagram story, right? If any of y'all see my Instagram story, hold on. Any of y'all see my Instagram story? Whatchamacallit? I said there's a couple keys that's necessary in order for somebody to play better, right? Or for workouts, right? For workouts. I said, damn, I don't even have Instagram logged in on my computer. I'm tripping. But what did I say exactly, right? Let me talk about exactly the concepts I was preaching. Hold on. Don't want to get this wrong. Oh, okay. So first things first. I said repetition and simplicity, right? First things first. Repetition and simplicity when it comes down to a workout, right? And let me pull up the video that I had that goes along with that, right? So first things first, right? I said repetition and simplicity. Two things. First things I said, right? Why repetition? Repetition just allows you to get familiar with exactly what you're doing and shows you how you could get better at it because the constant exposure. As long as you constantly think of what you're actually doing and say, all right, I'm doing this, this, and that. But when I tried it in the game, this didn't work. So how must I get this move better so it does work? Like that constant process of like trial and error, you know what I'm saying? Reflection and then correction is extremely vital to get better. And that only happens with repetition. And not just 10, 15, 20. I'm talking hundreds. I'm talking thousands of reps when it comes down to a certain thing, right? And so repetition, one. And then I said, what was the other part? I'd be tripping. What's the other part? Simplicity. Keep shit simple. You know what I'm saying? You may need a layer, one layer, 2 layers, but players like to add on so many layers to a certain move. And that's the part that low-key fucked up a lot of people, right? Let me show y'all this video, though, right? I was working on the jab, so boom. I was like, all right, shit, I feel good today. I was like, oh, shit, hold on. I'm not even a 1-foot jumper. Y'all got to understand. I'm not a 1-foot jumper. And by the way, I am 6'1". And these shoes, by the way, these shoes are immaculate. I ain't gonna lie. These shoes, top tier. Job 1 Christmas, I think they right here. Yeah. These shits, by the way, if y'all ain't know, this shoe right here, EP, this shit's like a cool 8.5 out of 10. I ain't gonna lie. It's up there with my Kobe's. But Kobe's, they got a different level of comfort. Kobe's just got a whole different feel. You know what I'm saying? The 4s and the 5s. Those are the only 2 I tried. But I would say these right here, a cool 8.5 out of 10. I've already broken them in pretty much. And so now it's at a point where like the grip is solid. The only thing that does get messed up with these is the floor. Because floor gets dusty. So now the bottom of the shoe gets dusty. And this is a 24-hour fitness. So this is a 24-hour fitness. So who the fuck be sweeping the floors for real? You know what I'm saying? So 24-hour fitness always be dusty. And so I don't even think it's the shoes, it's the court that be getting them shits dusty. So I would say great shoe. But all for me to say that when you train for intention, you're going to get exactly what you want, right? And I was like, oh shit, that's off one. Going to my left side, left foot, right hand. I was like, okay, that's tough. But the second video is one I really did want to talk about. This is the second one, when I said playing in layers. So people had this shit confused. People thought I was talking about, bro, it's hilarious. People thought I was talking about playing in clothing layers. And I said disguise a move, right? First things first. Let me talk about exactly what I was talking about, right? I said disguise a move, the other two keys. Disguise a move and play the game of layers. What I mean by disguising a move is doing this, right? When you get into your workouts and you're working on a certain move and you want to add more moves on top of it for when that move just doesn't work, or you need more options, layers, you know what I'm saying? You got to disguise it, meaning it all has to look the same. And so on these jabs, bring up, jab there. Like if you really look at the movement, if you look at the motion, I probably did about 100 jabs before I even got started into this. There are no open gyms anymore in Germany. I always had to play on the goofy outside courts. Bro, I was an outside court king when I was in high school. Even when I was a JIT too, like up until high school, I never really got into a gym in my life. And high school was when I started taking basketball a little serious because I had the high school gym to get into. But any individual work I did, a vast majority of it came from being outside. You know what I'm saying? So like my whole summers, right? Even in my summer, right? I don't even know if I told y'all this before. But when I was in high school, and I've already told y'all like how I was already working, right? During the season, during the school year, I was shooting 700, 1,000 shots a day. During the summers though, I didn't have no car, so I was like, fuck it. I'm literally the whole summers, I'll be at my crib, go to outdoor court. And then if anything, I may go to like a gym that may be right around the corner. I would maybe playing AAU, but that was for like maybe 2 summers where I had AAU and then may have some practice. But I wasn't getting in a gym every day, but I was going on an outdoor court every single day, getting my own rebounds, learning how to shoot quality over quantity, because I feel as though that's where that balance came in. And I feel as that's what allowed me to thrive. Because if I'm in a workout where I know I'm going to be able to get 1,000 shots up, maybe even more by having a shot machine, then that brings a level of comfortability like, oh, I'm going to get another shot, right? It's going right back. It's coming right back to me. Unless the balls fly out the net, but that's nothing compared to getting your own rebounds. And so when it comes down to getting your own rebounds, you want to minimize the amount of work you have to do when you're actually trying to go and get the rebounds. And so now mentally, you got to be like, this is all me. If I miss a shot and the ball goes on the other side of the court, that's all me, right? And so, like, you just get tired of that if that shit constantly happens. And that's more like a game, right? Y'all got to understand. If you're playing outside, getting your own rebounds, working out by yourself, that's more like a game than really being on a shot machine to an extent. Because what you're doing in those workouts where you're shooting by yourself, you now have a reduced quantity, right? You don't get to shoot 1,000 shots by yourself. You can, but you may be in that bitch a long ass time, way longer than your body may be able to handle. But when it comes down to just shooting by yourself, what you force yourself to do is, all right, I may get a cool 250, 300 shots up max. You know what I'm saying? Depending on how efficient I am and how often I may be chasing down my balls, right? Pause. Crazy pause, right? And so when you get into the workout by yourself, working out outside, doing all this other stuff, you got to make sure the thing that you do is work on quality over quantity. How do you get quality? Mind. You got to control your mind. You got to make sure you keep yourself in a place, keep yourself in a flow of being able to knock down shots, right? Let me go back to this though, right? Let me go back to this. So, like I was saying, when it comes down to disguising a move, what's good, Vanos? But look, when it comes down to disguising a move, when you have a move and then you have its counters, they must all essentially look the same from its base, from its root, right? And so I learned the jab from like Jason Tatum, Kobe, so watch some Drew Hanlon videos and whatnot, doing my little best of the jab, you know what I'm saying, in the way it may work for me, because we can't all jab necessarily the same exact way, depending on how we play. And so understand just the movement of the ball, right? It's just the movement of the jab itself. When I get into that jab there, and then I get into a shot there, right, look how the jab is going to look like in comparison to when I get into an actual drive. Go here. Same movement. Pause, indeed. That is a pause. Hold on. But same movement. You know what I'm saying? So, like, as a defender, when you're doing something so quick and it all looks the same, it's hard for them to be able to say, what is he going to do? That's the part that gets tough. They say, what is he about to do? I don't know what he's about to do. And that's where it's like, oh, shit. Like, that's where you really get tough to guard. And so, like, someone like Kyrie, a lot of the look at his jabs. Look at his triple threat game. Shit looks all the same. When he gets into a drive and he may get into a pull-up, right? Same thing. That's one of the most prominent disguises in basketball. Pull-up jump shots off of drives. Because the driving angle that they're using to get into a pull-up is the same as to a drive when they're getting to the rim. Same thing. That's why defenders think they're going to get to the rim and try to beat them to a spot. And then they hollow out, boom, pull-up. And now they can't even guard that. Like, they barely may even be able to get a hand up. Right? So disguising certain things, right? And so this jab, boom, go by, and I be jabbing motherfuckers out their socks. So, and I also wanted to work on jumping today, and so I was like, okay, let me make sure I get a few good 1 foot jumps in and not get into too many like mid-range counters. Let me just get to the rim and be strong. Build that habit of actually utilizing my bounce, right? So, did you play high school? Yeah, of course I played high school. It would be crazy if I never played high school. That would be insane. That'd be insane. High school is crazy. Imagine a motherfucker that never even play high school. It could definitely occur. It would be a rare thing, but you know, just understand. I should be insane. But so understand this, right? So you seen that jab go to the left side, right? You seen that jab go left side. Looks the same. Right? So what am I gonna do now? I'm gonna break it apart. All right. Jab, same shit. Boom. Shot this time. I like that variability because mentally it doesn't allow you just to stay in that same pocket. It doesn't allow you just to sit there and do the same thing over and over, and it kind of brings some chaos and some switch up like a game will be. You know what I'm saying? It's not often you're going to do the same shit back to back. And so when I get through these series, especially once I'm done getting reps up, I like to just mix and match layers, like bleed the two, blend the two. You know what I'm saying? What was your first year of varsity in high school? My first year, the thing about my high school is that there's a lot of talent at my so I didn't play varsity till my junior year, but there's like when I really look back in terms of like natural talent in playing basketball, we could have been a state, like one states, if we had like the right coach, of course, right coach and all this little stuff. Definitely could have won state. I'm like, yo, there's some motherfuckers on that squad. I even looking back now, it's like, yo, they was good. Or I was like, that was good. And so, my junior year, junior year, we definitely low key. There's definitely some talent. There's like 2 players, I think, playing D1 at this point, and then like a couple other people who was like really of that talent level as well. Maybe just grades held them back. But if we even had a better coach, less players would have left as well. So now it would have been even more stacked. But ultimately, for me though, from my standpoint, I never, like I told y'all this before, but I never unlocked my full game until my last game while playing in high school. Because I didn't have the ability to say fuck it. I didn't like until the last game came, and it was like, yo, this is either gonna be your last game and you play sorry as shit again, or you just gotta go all out. And that's where I kind of just blanked out, got into a flow, and I scored like 22, 24, and I was like, damn, if I could have just been, I know I could produce, I know I have the capacity to do this. It's just mentally I wasn't there. It wasn't until that last game to where with the coach, the teammates I had, they're able to see how I was able to play like I did in AAU, where I was averaging a cool 16, 18 a game. But my junior year, my first year, I barely averaged anything. I may have averaged how many minutes? 32-minute games. Like 15 minutes a game or so. Like I didn't play that much, but my senior year, I played more. So did you play at collegiate level? I got there. I got to school 3 months in. I was like, nah, I want to get into what I'm doing now. Basically, long story short, just summarized it. Little spark notes. Right, got my offer, boom, had a summer, COVID year, by the way, I was a COVID year, got there, and we had no gym, also forgot to mention that. They told me they had a gym we could use to work out, boom, I got there, had no gym, couldn't work out, couldn't have the confidence I needed to play, forced me to step back and reassess what I want to do at this point, and I was like, all right, am I going to try to stick this shit out here, should I try to go and transfer, or should I actually pursue what I felt I had a calling to go and do, which has brought me to where I am right now, right, and so, boom, left, boom. 2 years later, DOR to the stars. Oh, this shit is muted. Rajesh, appreciate that follow or appreciate that sub. Let me unmute that because low key that quiet voice in the background tough. You got a thumb flick? Yes, indeed, I got a thumb flick. I do got a thumb flick. I got a little left hand, like these, little left hand thumb flick. You know what I'm saying? Just a little bit. And when I go back and kind of redo my shot, essentially, or rebuild my fundamental, my base of my shot, I may still keep it. I ain't gonna lie. It's just natural to me, bro. It's too natural right now, and it doesn't have any negative effects, especially on my consistency. So all my consistency lies mentally. I know how to get myself exactly where I need to. Congrats on 10K. Appreciate that. Appreciate that, by the way. And hey, if any of y'all are international, when I drop this merch, I don't know if I'll be able to do an international drop. And if I do, that shit might be expensive to ship to internationally because it's international. Got to go over the sea. And so what I may do is that if y'all cannot pay that extra shipping, which is like $30 instead of like $5, which would be domestic shipping, like in the US, I'm gonna do a giveaway. I'm gonna give away like 3 or 5 hoodies to 5 random people internationally. So whatever it's gonna do, whatever you're gonna need to do, I'll let y'all know exactly when the merch drop, and then boom, you're gonna get going like that. Yo, what's good, Dort? How you doing? I'm doing well. Had class today. Worked out in the morning. Like you see right here, it's my Wednesday workouts on the court. You can also see the time though. Look at the time. I told y'all I be sharp. This is 6 a.m. This is the tail end of my workout. I'm telling you, I'm sharp. Bro. I woke up 4 a.m. 4 a.m. this morning. I low-key did take 2 cat naps. Right, cool little 8-minute naps. Boom, got right back up. Boom. Got right back up, kept shit going. But ultimately, I'm here right now. Got all the energy I need to be able to do exactly what we're doing now. You said great content. Any channel any reasonable spectator should consider b-ball, and it has always been competitive, especially since the dawn of high school basketball moving forward. Speaking of high school basketball, I need to peep high school basketball. I've been slacking. I know what I know that in the summer when AAU is coming around, they got them circuit games. I'll most definitely watch that. But right now, low-key, I need to just step back, reassess what I need to watch, and then just go start doing that shit. When did it click for you? Meaning, Jacob, what kind of click for me? Like mentally, the consistency, or which portion? Like what topic exactly? Is there anything I could do to? I can't see this. Oh, boom! Sent another chat. Okay, I can see it now. Is there anything I could do to play good mentally? I would say the thing that allowed me to take strides in getting better mentally is meditation. Literally just started, like, it was like my freshman year, because I had no answers, right? And so when I was young, when I first started like actually working hard, it was like end of my freshman year. And so what I reverted to was Kobe, right? I looked at Kobe because he was a person who he was known for the work ethic, right? He built his game from the ground up, right? And so I was like, all right, let's see how much did he improve his game, and how much did he was able to develop and not just have this natural talent and skill like a lot of people have, right? Literally from the ground up. He went from the ground, having no natural skill, talent for real, and then built himself up. So I looked to that. And so I looked to his process. And so like little things I began to uptake, like, all right, gotta make sure I work out every single day. Can't miss a day of working out, right? So boom, every day I started working out. And then as time went along, it was like, all right, I could work out again. I could work out a second time, boom. Hold on, give me 1 second where I'm going with this. But then along the way, I ended up also picking up some just other little habits, thought processes. And of course, I picked up meditation. Said he meditated 8 to 10 times a day. And so at that point, since I have no answers, I have no understanding of where I must go or what I must do to accomplish what I want, I just did exactly what he did. And it's gotten me to a point to where I was able to accomplish everything I've set my mind to thus far. And I'm going to accomplish everything I continue to set my mind to. It allowed me to understand that there's no limit. And so kind of going back to what it boils down to, that when it's some new shit, just start it. Don't think about it, just start it, right? And how do you start it? I would say just get yourself in a room, spend some time by yourself, alone, no phone, no nothing, quiet, close your eyes, focus on your breathing, and literally just let that shit build. I kid you not, I didn't have no instructor or some shit like that. I just started, and before you know it, 6 years in, now at this point, I could wake up every single morning and I know exactly what type of meditation I'll need according to how I'm feeling for my day going forward, for what I must get done. And so ultimately, you just got to start. Some shit you can't just continue to think about, continue to research, just start. So I'll just literally just say, go meditate, close your eyes, focus on your breathing. 6 minutes, 8 minutes or so a day. That's how you start. and it's going to allow you to be able to control your thoughts, to be able to shut off your thoughts. And when you're able to shut off your thoughts, you now begin to act according to your subconscious, and you just play and live in a flow. And so literally just get started. Damn, 6 a.m. and you're finishing. Gotta lock in. I'm telling you, bro, you gotta lock in. What part was you talking about though, Jacob? Like what part exactly did click? Let me finish this video as well. So I got like one more part. By the way, I wake up at 4 a.m. I woke up 4 a.m. today. I usually may wake up like 4:20, like 4:22. That's usually when I wake up. 4:22, between 4:22 and like 4:28. But look, this is the last one. Same movement, just to rip through. Just to rip through. And of course, mentally, there's a lot of stuff going on that I can't really describe.
Yeah, you already know.
Hey, Unofficial Gaming, appreciate that sub. Appreciate that sub. Is my headphones even connected? I don't even know if my headphones are connected. Hold on. Give me one second. Let me turn these bitches back on. Let me turn these back on right quick. Then we're going to get into this breakdown. It's low-key getting a little late. I don't want to take stupid long. But these shit's been tripping. I've been thinking about getting some new headphones just because these shit's been bugging. Give me one sec, though. Hold on. Let me see if these shits turn on. These shits still not turn on. There we go. Alright. Alright, you said 4 a.m. is crazy, commitment is real? Bro, every day. Except for Saturdays and Sundays. Look, Saturdays and Sundays, you say, alright, you gotta take your rest. You gotta take a couple days off. Saturdays, I'm waking up 5 o'clock. Not 4 o'clock. I'm waking up 5 o'clock. Alright, I give myself a little wiggle room. You're not gonna wake up at 4. You're gonna wake up at 5 on a Saturday, right? Sundays, maybe 5:30. Monday hits, right back to 4. You know what I'm saying? Like I gotta continue to keep myself at my edge. And I even think of that. I'm really started thinking. I'm like, I might just have to start waking up at 4 a.m. every single day. I may just have to say fuck the 5 a.m. on the weekends, on the fact that I'm losing an hour out of my day. I'm losing an hour out of my day. And remember what I told y'all, I began to uptake the thought processes of Kobe, right? He always just talked about time. And one thing that stopped people from being able to work out as much as they wanted was the amount of time as to which they're up, right? And so also, what are you doing with that time that you're up? How efficient are you with that time? And so now it's like, okay, I've got myself to the point where I could sleep 6 hours a day. Okay, now that means I'm up for 18. I've learned how to be efficient with the time I have while I'm still up and limit myself from distraction, so I'm efficient for 18 hours, right? Start to finish. But if I lose an hour, that means I got 17. And losing that 1 hour, I may lose another one just because the foundation I laid for my day is built upon allowing myself to stay complacent, allowing myself to relax, right? And so I may end up now being up for 16 hours of efficiency, right? And so ultimately what now is going to happen, I'm losing 2 hours, which I can never get back. And I could have spent 2 hours doing some more research, reading a book, watching a game, learning more about EuroLeague or some shit. Now I begin to think, I'm like, oh shit, I don't know if I could use this much time. But that's how I kind of think of those things though. So I don't want to go too far, but I know y'all got some questions though. Do you think it would be a good idea for undersized guard to learn jab work, mid-post moves? I don't know about mid-post. But most definitely a jab, because we got to understand, all players, like, I don't care who you are, especially in today's game at least, about 80%, 90% of players, you're going to catch the ball with no dribble. You know what I'm saying? You're not always going to have a live dribble. And so by being able to be a threat when you don't have a live dribble, and you could utilize your dribble, it's going to help anybody. It should help everybody. And so what essentially should happen is that you should be able to take advantage of exactly that. You said it's lagging? Hold on. I ain't getting no messages. I think we good. All right, yeah, we good. I had to double check. Hold on, I had to double check. Had to drop the bit rate and shit. We good. But yeah, what I was saying though, the jab is always gonna help. It's always gonna help because you're gonna catch the ball and not have a live dribble. And so that's going to allow you to take advantage of times where you're not dribbling and actually be a threat. And so when you catch, you're not just reading the defense and having to look to where to make a pass. You catch the ball, no dribble, and you could score because you could jab, create space, and just shoot. You know what I'm saying? You understand how much simpler that is, right? You understand how much simpler that is and how effective a triple threat game could be? Because every player, 1 to 5, especially in today's game, is going to catch the ball and not dribble, right? You're not going to catch immediately, put the ball on the floor, because what y'all usually do, catch and then just begin to look and see where to pass, right? You just begin to think of where I should pass. But if you get a jab, it's like, I could catch. I don't need a dribble. I'm a threat to score and to pass. You know what I'm saying? To be able to read the defense and be able to make that play. And so that's why it's so important, just to get that face up, the jab and go, maybe a little rocker step and whatnot, cross step. You know what I'm saying? The little triple threat bag right there. Nick, you said if I want to go practice a go move, should I make a workout solely on that move? I would say this. You can, yes, you can make. You should essentially a good portion of the workout. So like 80%. Like if it's a move you really need, right? I'll say you could do like 80% of the workout on that one move. But where you would start, where you would lay the foundation for that workout, is where y'all don't really have the knowledge of or for to be able to lay that foundation in terms of how I see it. And so a lot of y'all probably just think, all right, if I'm gonna work on this one move, first thing I'm gonna get in the gym, maybe do like some light little warm up, maybe some just pound dribbles or some shit just to get my body warmed up, and I'm gonna start doing the move. If I were you, where I would even start with the basketball doing the move. I'll start with my body doing the move, right? So I learned how to gain control of my body doing the move, right? Just learn how to shift my shoulders a certain way, learn how to take a step at a certain point in time. And then after I get that, once I get a good flow of that, having a good base with the move, most importantly also, right? Those little things, right? You're not have to worry about the actual ball control. After I do that, really take note, right? 27 minutes into about 26 minutes of stream, right? Take note. I'll first start using your body, learning how to sell a move with your body and not so much the ball, right? I'll start there. After I learn how to, once I get the rhythm of selling the move with my body without the ball, I'll probably now add a ball in, right? And so once you add the ball in, though, we're not going full speed. Yeah, not yet, right? We're not going full speed yet. So say, for example, you want to work on a tween. I'll take the tween and I'll go slow with the tween. When I say slow, I'm talking 20% slow. Why? So you can learn how to time up the dribble with the steps and the movement of your body. I want you to learn how to get that in rhythm, get that in sync. Because in order to be a good ball handler, your movement of your body and then also the dribble of the ball have to be in sync. Or else you're not going to be able to get from A to B as efficiently as you want to, right? And so starting at 20%, say I'll do that move. Then, all right, I'll bring it up a little bit. 30%, do that move. 40%, do that move. Right? 50%, do that move. Or maybe not by increments of 10, maybe by 20. So 20%, 40%, 60%, 80%. And then you could try to go maybe a little faster, like a little game speed. But you really got to be focused and like really get a shit ton of reps at the slower speeds. Don't try to progress too fast, right? Don't try to up that speed too fast. Really get a good flow, like going back and forth, back and forth. Keep going back and forth until it's like you've damn near numbed yourself of like how long you've been doing this move. And so then take another step forward, then take another step. And then after that, what I'll do, if it's a go move, I would maybe add a counter move, meaning if I did a tween, I would also do the same thing with the tween cross, starting at 20%, 40%, 60%, then 80%, then I'll go 100%. Right? Understand that. 100% also doesn't mean the fastest you can go.
What it do, baby? Yeah, you
Hey, Milcar, appreciate that sub. Appreciate that sub. I don't even know if you're in the chat, but appreciate that sub. But I would also say add in that counter because you're going to need a counter. How about when that first move gets taken away? You're going to need something else. So that's as far as I would get when adding counters. So boom, throw that in there. And then after you do that, we still haven't gotten in the half court yet. We still haven't gotten in the half court and being able to utilize the move at a certain point in time. And so after you've done all that stuff, it should probably take about 30 minutes, honestly. Workout should be about 75 minutes. And so after you add that in there, you could probably actually go into actual movements you'll do on the floor. Like get into a spot that you see that's very common. And so, for example, me being a ball handler, maybe it's a pick and roll. Maybe I have, it's an end of a shot clock or some shit like that. So then, boom, I'll go and get straight into that. do a situation that I'm used to. Then my shit just turn off. These headphones be bugging. They're trying to stop me from cooking. And so I'll do a situation I'm familiar to in the game, right? After I do that situation I'm familiar to in the game, I may throw the counter in. That's low-key something I did today. But I don't even want to get too far into that. Hopefully that helped in terms of the foundation of building it. And I'd also say do a go move, and then if you're gonna finish it, like do a shot at the end, do a shot that you're gonna use, right? So maybe a floater, right? Use a floater. If you know help's going to be stepping over and shit, got to get to that floater. Get to something quick. And so hopefully that helped a little bit. What time? Oh, you said, Jaden, you said what time I go to sleep. I go to sleep about 10:15, 10:20. I get 6 hours of sleep. 6 hours of sleep, damn near sharp. If anything, like max, I may get like 6 hours 20. And that's when I wake up and I'm like, yo, that was some good ass sleep. I'll be like, that's some good ass sleep. So hopefully that made sense. If Nick is still here, by the way. Yo, what's good, Joey? What else? All right, so you say you went from averaging 2 to 4 points in less than 2 years, averaging 5. There's a game. Something had to click. What? Okay, between my improvements.
Guy, what's up, baby?
Then we getting subs. We getting subs out ass right now. But do saying appreciate that sub. But I would say what clicked is me building confidence by getting the experience. And so the bridge I had to cross, the difficult part for me was being able to translate what I did in AAU going to high school. Right? Because AAU I had all these good games, but I ain't have the film. You know what I'm saying? I ain't have the film because the shit wasn't recorded. If I had them shits recorded, bro, we could be watching these shits for, I kid you not, it'll be long, like so many goddamn clips if we had all that shit recorded. Especially the ones I did when I was at Disney. Bro, some of my Disney tournaments, bro, we had like 3 back-to-back tournaments at Disney. I kid you not, I think I averaged like 18 every single one of those tournaments. Every single one of those, I was like, damn, like it was just like, I just got confident. And my work like just was, all the work that I put in behind closed doors has now come to light. And I was like, yo, you got this, you know what I'm saying? And so ultimately it was an experience that allowed me to say, all right, and the constant reflection for correction that allowed me to get things to click. It wasn't one certain thing. It was just constant repetition, just getting used to it. And like I said, that reflection and correction. You're going to take something from the stream, reflect and correct. Reflect and correct every single time you do something. If you do it wrong, if you do it right, reflect on it and then continue to allow it to be correct. If you are doing it right. If you're doing it wrong, reflect it, then correct it. So I'll say that's what helped me. Gonna have my first official game after 2 years. Been grinding hard for this one. Any tips? Hey, just flow. You know what I'm saying? Just flow. I would also let y'all know this too, is that if y'all get nervous before y'all play a game, your body doesn't know the difference between what's nervous and what's excitement, right? And when you're nervous, you know you play scared. But when you're excited, you're ready for the challenge. Like you're ready for what you're about to get into, right? And so you mentally have to tell yourself and get yourself to a space where you no longer fear competition. You no longer fear competitiveness. And now you're seeing it as an opportunity for growth. And if you know that you must partake in this for yourself and say 2 or 3 hours from now to be a better version of yourself, that to me is what allows me to get past that fear of partaking in something of competitiveness. Because I know if I just go all in, right, everything I got, not being scared of a highlight play, not being scared of playing bad, that's how I'm going to grow into the better version of myself. And so just let yourself be excited. You know what I'm saying? Don't be nervous. Don't think about shit going bad. If anything, think about shit going good. And you just playing your best game. So if anything, I'll say do that. Maybe on my end, oh yeah, it might be you. You're gonna take it. Did you just hit 10K 2 days ago? Yeah, I hit 10K about a day ago. I think I hit it like yesterday. I think it was yesterday. I'm pretty sure I left. Yeah, I left the gym. And I was like, oh shit, I hit fucking 10K. So it was crazy. But we about to be at 11K, man. About to be at 11K. Talking about pick and rolls. How can you train 2-man moves by yourself? I'm gonna start as a point guard. Play this big man as 5'8" my whole life due to lack of 5. Wait. That nigga gotta be lying, bro. Ain't no way, bro. How they got you 5'8", bro? How they got you 5'8" playing big, bro? There's no way they got you 5'8" playing big. You must be like 11. Bro, you must be 11 or some shit. If you 5'8", that's crazy as shit. But that's wild as fuck. But I would say how to train two-man stuff, you have to visualize. When you get into a workout, think about how the actual defense will look and what you're going to see, and then go ahead and do that. Bro better be in third on God, bro. Got my first dunk off 2 today. Good shit, Dort. Good shit, Dort. Record it and send it into the Discord if you can. Record it if you send it in the Discord you can. How you been waking up at 4? Low key, I used to wake up at like 5, around 6. But then once my brother got back and started living here, he started just waking up early. I was like, fuck it, I need to wake up earlier too. So he low key pushed me to wake up earlier and consistently. And so like it just got further and further, like earlier and earlier and earlier. Now I'm at 4. I don't know if it'll get any further back, but yeah, I would say I've been doing it now for maybe like 7 months or so, I believe. And let me get these clips pulled up so I don't get here too sidetracked, man. I don't want to get too sidetracked. I know we got what you shit. Oh damn, my bad. I know I should have allowed that motherfucker, my bad. I forgot this shit was unmuted. Damn, that shit, my bad. That shit hurt your ears, my bad, bro. My bad. It's all good. All right, boom. All right, let's get through chat right quick. Let's get through the chat. What's good? Can you talk about nutrition? Give me a question. What's the question? Give me something specific, like something you want to know about. Because nutrition is low key like one of my other specialties at the moment, or it's not a specialty. I know more than most, but I know there's still so much more to learn. To bro in 3rd grade, I was 16 at that time. They got you 5'8", 16, bro. Where are you playing at, bro? You must be playing in goddamn Smurfs or some shit, bro. You must be playing in Sims or some shit. Them little ass motherfuckers in that joint. But there's no 16, 5'8" playing. You must have been wide, bro. You must have been wide. Are you wide? Like I don't know. There's no way, bro. That's an L coach if that's the case. You said tips for AAU point guard. AAU point guard. It's. I would say when it just comes down to that, don't be scared to make mistakes. Don't be scared to make mistakes, bro. Don't be scared to make mistakes. You're going to turn the ball over. You're going to make the wrong pass. You're going to take a bad shot. You're going to initiate, not run the right play. I always say make sure that you prepare so that you could do the best when the time comes and live at your edge. So then you could, once you get to the game, you know you've done everything you could. And so even when you do make those bad plays, even when you do make those mistakes, bad shots, all this other shit, make sure you reflect and you correct. Make sure you reflect and you correct. If you could get film for the game, get film for the game. If you just get one person, like if you got your mom, your pops, uncle, brother, cousin going to the game, tell them just to record one the game that they're at, right? All they need is a phone right here. Boom. I need a tripod like $20. You can literally get a tripod with a little handle on it. That's just like $20, $30. I know you can find $20 to $30. Ain't no excuse. Like there's no way you can't find $20 to $30. I was living in poverty and was able to at times to scrape up $20 or $30. You know what I'm saying? There's a way you could get that money. And it's not like I was doing some illegal shit. No, I was just like, you could do little shit. Like ask your parents, oh, if I do this, this, and that, I could get this. Oh, could I get $10 if I do this? $5 if I do this? Then you just continue to do that. And you just end up having like $20, $30 in your pocket. And then before you know it, you buy something that's going to invest into yourself. Or you could do some shit where it's like, oh, if I do this for this amount of time, can you buy me this? It's an investment to you. And so I'll say just to do something as simple as that. So then you could be able to not just have to think about the game because it's probably going fast as shit while you're playing, right? Because you just don't have a lot of experience in high school. But you allow yourself to actually have something to where you can slow everything you have down. So that could even expedite my process if I thought like that at my age. If I did, I would have been like, fuck it, I'll just set this shit up on the side. You know what I'm saying? Get everything I needed. I don't know why, bro. It's so stupid. I just really thought of it. Bro. You know, bro, it's just, damn. Like, I just thought of this shit right now. I was like, all them goddamn games, all we needed to do was one person have a tripod and a camera, a phone camera even, and just set it up and hit record. All we needed to do, one parent, bro. And you know how much goddamn film you could have had? You know how much better your resume would have been when you decide to send your shit out to a coach? if I could say there's a regret, I can't even fully say that was a regret because I was unaware. I didn't even know that was a idea. But now me telling y'all this shit right now while y'all still 16, 15, going to AAU 14, if you ignore the idea of something that's so simple that can help you so much in your future, you decide now to be ignorant. Cause it's something that's literally you could do like this. And you could be able to get your shit across. You could help you get to the next level. You know what I'm saying? And if I really did that, I was like, bro, nobody's parents recording. Oh, I never really thought of it. I was like, that's all he needed to do? This shit, we stupid. We dumb as shit, bro. We dumb as shit. Oh my gosh. You said how Ziga, or what you said, what do you eat on game day before and after the game? It depends on your metabolism. Some people could eat a lot before a game or eat like a little meal. Some people can't. Me personally, I like to go relatively like fasted, meaning like I'm not empty, but like the food that I ate is able to process cleanly and I still feel light. You know what I'm saying? So some people is able just to literally eat in the course of a game or drink Gatorade at a game. Like I couldn't even drink a Gatorade in the game just cause like the calories and like the way my body felt when I drank it. It was just like I couldn't even drink Gatorade. I just had water. So some people could do that. Some others people can't. It's just about what works best for you. But I would say, of course, just to keep it clean. Keep your meals clean. Meaning it's not processed food. You're not going to McDonald's before a game. You're not going to Papa John's or Domino's before a game. Burger King. If y'all motherfuckers still eat Burger King, you're disgusting. You should just leave. You should leave the stream. If you still eat Burger King, bro, you should might as well leave the stream right now because that's just disgusting, bro. That shit, nah, bro. Like McDonald's is on the edge. Like when I really think, I'm like, bro, look at this burger. Like, bro, that shit's on the edge. Burger King, bro. I kid you not, that shit'll be open 12 hours. And the one that's by my crib probably get about 10 customers. They get about 10 customers, bro. That shit is, I'm like, bro, E. coli, bro. There's no way. That's just nasty, bro. So that's disgusting. Don't, bro, Burger King, you're a disgusting human. But yeah, keep shit clean. Keep shit clean. Get your fruits. If anything, maybe get some wheat bread, or if you can use white bread, depends how it digests for you. I don't know. Just keep shit clean. No junk food, no candies, no sugars, no juices, no processed foods, no fried foods. Keep that shit clean. Keep it clean. Does waking up 4 feel easy now because you're doing it for so long, or is it? Nah, it gets easy. Like depending on what allows my morning and my wake up to be easy depends on how I finish my day out before. If I don't go to sleep, say on time, or say I go to sleep and I don't do my normal routine with my night lights, with my reading, with all these little things, if I feel I've prolonged that, it may mess up my wake up. So sometimes I can still get myself up and like, yo, you just got to do this shit right now. Lay the foundation for your day so your foundation is solid, right? So I'll still get up. But of course, sometimes it'll be tougher than others. And so also binaural beats as well before I go to sleep. If that shit is off, it may throw it off, but ultimately I still get up. What should be to add muscle? Clean foods, like I said before, just keep it simple. Clean foods, caloric surplus. If you really want to add muscle, but sometimes you don't really need to. Yeah. Joel, I've talked about that a little bit earlier in the stream. IQ, what's good? What's good, IQ? What should be going through your mind on offense and defense? You shouldn't be consciously thinking about what you're doing during the entire time of a game. You shouldn't. You should be playing off a flow. Everything should damn near be subconscious. And what you see is already shit you've seen before. Y'all got to realize that, right? Y'all think when you get into a game, oh, what should I think when I'm on offense? What should I think on defense? Maybe like 80% of that shit you should have already seen before and prepared for. So by the time you see it, you already know what to look for. And then now you just do it. It's all subconscious. You don't put thought behind it because basketball is so fast that when you try to put real thought, conscious thought behind what you're seeing, you're going to now be too slow, right? That's why when you see a Luka Doncic, for example, get into a pick and roll, he already knows what player exactly to read at any sort of coverage, any point in time, right? Same thing for like a LeBron, Chris Paul, any great pick and roll player, any great player at doing what they do. When they get into something, they already know what exactly they need to look for. They're not literally having full-on thoughts in their brain while they're about to go and do a move or go into an attack or run an action. When they run an action, when they run a set for their team, also understand this. They know exactly what to look for. They know who exactly to read. What if this happens, then this. If that happens, then that. If that happens, then that else. You know what I'm saying? There's a whole bunch of shit that goes on that they've already prepared for. Which is why while you're sitting down at home is when you should be doing the work to prepare yourself for a game so you can play subconsciously and play into a flow. Because without it, probably just will not be able to play it, be able to get good results in the game. So you must do the work prior to. And then the extra 20% that you may consciously think of, that's reflection and correction. That's reflection and correction. It's like, okay, this didn't work. What must we now do? And then after they correct it, they tell themselves subconsciously, they let it go. And they go and do it, right? They just know exactly what to look for now. They know what adjustment to make. They just plan. You know what I'm saying? So y'all got to also understand that. You shouldn't really be having full-on thoughts. You see me do breakdowns. When I'm hooping, I don't have full-on thoughts. It's just a scan. Like I had a play with Embiid I showed. You just look up, you scan, and then boom, I know what to do when I see this. You just do it. You know what I'm saying? It's subconscious. It's second nature. How can I learn to play? How can I learn to play as a team if I don't have access to one? I mean, if you literally don't have access to one, you're gonna have to work with what you got and hope, and then not hope, but if your actions match how much you really do want it, the universe is gonna bless you with that accordingly. That's all I can tell you. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have faith. You just gotta trust. You gotta believe. And once you actually go partake in the process, it's gonna seem like there's no end and like you're working towards nothing. But once you actually committed yourself, your actions are the direct signal and the direct form of communication with the universe. So then you could be able to get exactly what you want. So you can be able to produce the results that you want. So you can be able to get the resources that you want. And I can't full on prove it to you, be like this, and this, but I could tell you that's exactly what I did when I was in high school, 9th grade, 10th grade, when my family had no money. We was a lower class family. And then I was like, how the fuck could I play AAU? I don't know what to do. And then before you know it, I was just working so hard. The people came across me and was like, yo, just play for us. You don't got to worry about paying. All I did, and I just continued to work hard. I ain't stopped working hard and continued to work hard because they saw how much I wanted it. And they were like, boom, we got you. You know what I'm saying? So you just got to go. Not the universe, but God. Yeah, when I say universe, that's what I mean, because God is what controls the universe. And so, yeah, I just like to use that as a like a little intermediary, essentially. But good night. All right, I'll catch you though. I'll catch you. Damn, we need to get to this breakdown. We about 50 minutes in, bro. I'm tripping. I had to have a presence on the court, especially put it in the work phase. Indeed, I feel like some of my confidence comes from messing up so much time it doesn't even affect me no more, and also put in the work, of course. Messing up can give you confidence because you're no longer scared of doing what's wrong. You've already been down that road before. But you can't accept that because that's complacency, and being complacent just will not get you anywhere. What can you do binaural beats? Like, what do you search and what specifically tracks, how long, etc.? I'm not extremely knowledgeable on binaural beats, let me tell you this. But what I do use it for, I use a 3.2 hertz. I use a 3.2 hertz, a sub 4 hertz, below 4 hertz before I go to sleep to get myself into that delta level, because that's the delta range in terms of frequency. And so if you get yourself to that mentally, then that's also the deepest level of sleep. And so I use 3.2 hertz before I go to sleep. And then also while I do these breakdowns, y'all don't even notice. Y'all just hear the humming in the background. That's a 44 hertz. 44 hertz allows you to helps maximize concentration, focus, attentiveness, retention on information, improves memory. And that's why I throw that on in the background. And so I was like, okay, let me get something purposeful instead of sitting here with slowed down noise in the back or having some, no noise at all. Literally mentally, as you watch these breakdowns, it's also getting your brain accustomed and help you retain this information. So let me get this started, though. I need to get this posted on the story. We got to get started in this breakdown because I got some gems. I need to get to these gems. No more time wasted. But hopefully that helped. That's the two things I really use it for. I don't really use it throughout my days just for anything. But some days I might. Not crazy, though, honestly. But hold on. Even when I do homework, I just like to be in silence sometimes. Let me get a better video. I know it's been long awaited. It's been long awaited. Let me get this posted right quick. Boom. 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 Here we go. By the way, make sure y'all hit that like. Make sure y'all subbed up if y'all not subbed up. Because you know what's crazy about YouTube? About 70% of my watch hours come from people who are not subbed up. That's crazy. About 70% of the people who watch my videos are not subscribed. That's what's crazy. Because if it was every single person, I'd probably be sitting here at like goddamn. What, this is like 30%, meaning this would have to be about boom divided by 3 times 7. I'll be at like 30K or so, right? I believe it'll be at like 30K. Crazy. It'd be like 30K if everybody literally just hit subscribe, which is wild. Boom, got that posted. All right, we locked in. We locked in. We locked in. Hold on. So let me start from the top. In your opinion, what's the biggest problem with AAU? Capitalism. Too much focus on making money and not helping people actually get better at basketball. I would say that's the problem with basketball in general, like into just as a whole in just today's generation. Capitalism, money, fame as well. People also want to be famous so much, but I'm like, dog, it's just not what you think it is, bro. It is not what you think it is. I kid you not. Hey, bro, y'all gonna hear me say this once, bro. When it's like 30 years from, bro, when I'm older, bro, I don't know if you'll see my face, bro. I'm gonna be behind the scenes as like a motherfucker, bro. But yeah, like it's just a level of just like a level of peace people just can't find within themselves, and they begin to seek it from other people, and just having attention and fame and popularity and shit like that, which really is just all faulted. You know what I'm saying? You gotta always have that oneness, always just be fully in tune with yourself and not be so dependent upon other people. Because that even touches into spirituality, but that's a completely different conversation. I'm not trying to get into crazy right now. But yeah, thanks, no problem. When you meditate, I don't understand how can you be able to turn off your thoughts? It doesn't make sense to me. I could tell you this right now. At the point I am, at my level of spiritual intelligence, I'm able to, when I meditate, I feel my own soul and I feel my own spirit, which is why I'm able to turn off my thoughts, because I just feel my soul, essentially. You know what I'm saying? In the mornings, believe it or not, I don't know, boom, boom, but I feel energy flow within my body, and I've gotten that much in tune. And so in the mornings, it's like, all right, I'm turning off my thought, and I can literally feel the various flows of energy within myself. And then there's like other crazy experiences and occurrences that I've had while meditating that have only fortified my understanding of what this life is and what meditation could be able to do for you. And so literally when you start, you just gotta go do it. You gotta go do it. Focus on your breathing. That's the best thing I could say. Focus on your breathing, or try to hear your heartbeat. Try to feel your heartbeat. Either do one of those two things. And so that would allow you to kind of clear out essentially any noise and any thought. Any tips on vertical? First, start off by jumping more. If I had to say one thing, jump more. If you're gonna do slept on plyometric, it's sprints. But I like those Q&A type streams. Yeah, I know. I be. That's why I used to do that shit like a motherfucker when out on Twitch. But I mean, I used to like do half and half, and so essentially, like I guess this first hour is like Q&A, second half breakdown. So that's probably maybe how it's like going forward. I just got to make sure I start on time. That's the thing. And today I just couldn't because I had class. But thank you for looking out. I just didn't know you was tapped in hertz and frequencies. Yeah, I need to get more into. I need to get more educated on it, bro. I need to get more educated on it, honestly, because I know it could do so much more for me. And if I could take any step going in the right direction to invest into myself, I gotta take those steps, or else I'm ignorant. Any tips on finishing at around 5'11"? Get a good ass floater. Get a good ass floater. Get a good ass floater, man. Good ass floater. Like when I say good ass, I mean elite floater. Off one, off two, dominant hand to start. And if you really need offhand, which you may not, because the way it's what you're able to navigate, you can still find ways to get to your dominant hand. You could add that as well, but make sure you get that dominant hand floater. Off one, off two, same foot, same hand, that as well. So, also make sure you get a good-ass lefty lay, right? Also do this too. Get a good-ass dominant hand floater because your lays are probably already solid with your right. And at the same time, get a good-ass lay with your left. And so by the time you get your float is really good, it's actually really good, and you get your lay with the left really good, you've now also caught up your left hand's ability to be in control. Not fully to the right, but to the point where once you get into a floater, it's going to be a lot easier to do. Because look, a lot of y'all don't understand this, right? When it comes down to finishing, by improving your left-handed lay, it's going to make the process for getting a left-handed float easier. And understand why. Because what it boils down to is how much control do you have within your offhand, right? If you're lefty, your right hand. How much control do you have within that hand, right? And so by getting a better lefty lay, by improving your touch, by improving your ability to control it through a layup, or if you really do want to get it better and expedite the process, you'll begin to just do regular life with your offhand. You'll do things like brush your teeth with your offhand. You'll do things like open the door with your offhand. You'll try to maybe even start writing with your offhand, like 10 minutes a day, something small, right? Because what that's going to teach you how to do is learn how to control all the little muscles that lie within your hand. And so now once you get onto the floor, you're in control of the muscles you've never even used in your offhand. And so now once you get into that floater, you can now control it. It's all about control. And once you learn how to develop that control, whether it's directly on the floor, doing the lays and doing the just maybe dribbling or some shit like that, or it could be off the floor in your day-to-day life doing the regular day-to-day activities, that's what's going to allow you to maximize your offhand. So, gem right there. Well, yes, it's going to help with basketball because you need to get into a flow. Get into a flow, you must turn off thoughts. So, meditation is key. Yo, what's good, Jericho? You came just in time because what you're about to get into is the breakdown right now. This too. What I really want to emphasize in this, right? I ain't gonna lie, I may title this video something crazy. Motherfuckers may get mad, but it's the concept that lies within it, right? Ignore it when I make a video. Sometimes ignore a title. Understand what lies within it. That's for the motherfuckers who don't really understand. But whatchamacallit? Hold on, let me get to this first. Not gonna look. I get a game at 7. My shot been broken at practice this morning, so I'm thinking I gotta work on being more aggressive or something. I don't even know. If it feels like it's broke, if you're thinking it's broke, it's gonna be broke. But if you tell yourself, if you really look back and say, how am I missing my shots? What do I need to adjust? What do I need to fix? You'll probably find what you need to fix and what you're doing wrong. When you compare how your shot is when it's good versus when it's broke, you gotta find what you gotta fix, right? Really self-reflect for a second and really think about how it feels, because jump shot is tremendously about feel. Because to get into a good flow, that it always must feel good. And so if I could tell you one thing when you go into your game, just shoot. Don't think so much about your fundamentals, where your hand is, where your elbow is, where your feet are. Don't think about that. Just shoot every shot and let every single one of them, or try your best to make all of them feel good. Because I guarantee you that feel good is going to produce a good miss, or it's going to be a made shot. It's going to be a miss where you think it's going to go down, and it's going to leave your hands like, oh, that shit felt good as shit. And guess where those shots usually go? In. And if they don't, it's right there. So you'll continue to shoot them because you just feel good. And so if I can say anything, stop thinking about your shot being broke. Let it feel good. Just let that shit feel good. You don't want to release from your fingertips. It's like, oh, I know that shit about to go in. Let that shit happen. Just seek that, and don't seek, oh, how do I finish my shot? Where do I put this hand, that hand? Promise you, that shit gonna work. And now I want you to come back on Friday stream and then be like, yo, let me know what happened. Be live at like the same time. Kyle's kind of booty the first half though. Yeah, I ain't gonna. Kai, it was all right. Kai had 30 though. He had 30. They had 75 combined, and they lost because of Max Drew's fucking 60-footer. Close my eyes, focus on my breathing. That's where I'll start. How long you usually meditate for? I ain't gonna lie. I try to. Some mornings I set a time for like 4 minutes because like, yo, I gotta get it going. But sometimes I end up going a little over, so maybe close to like 6 minutes, 7 minutes, and then I've literally had meditated before for like an hour, maybe over an hour, like an hour 15 before. Like there have been times where I would just get, I will no longer be physically present. Like you'll see my flesh, but where I am here, I'm not here. And it feels it felt like 20, 30 minutes. I kid you not. It felt like 20, 30 minutes. And before you know, I was like, what the fuck? This shit's 5:30. I started like 4 o'clock. What the I'm like, yo, you know what I'm saying? I was not present. You know what I'm saying? My body might have been here. Mentally, I was not on this earth. You know what I'm saying? So let's get to this though. Let's get to this, right? I want to talk about being able to have chemistry, have a balance between two ball dominant players. Shit sounds crazy. Yeah, it does get crazy at times. And there have been times where I've had almost outer body experiences at times. Like I've had some really deep meditations. And I use also meditation for healing, to be able to heal myself in different ways mentally. So it could be emotional, it could be like just from my past. Like I would have meditations where I would go think into my past. I told y'all not to think, but there's different ways you could apply meditation. This is one of the ones I did, is where I would go into my past and uncover certain things and bring it to the surface so I could be able to face this spiritually. And now once I get back here, like physically, like I don't really have no demons to fight. You know what I'm saying? Like little things like that, like little healing processes that I would uncover along the way. And I'll just revert to meditation to help me with a lot of things. But that's I could have a whole conversation about the different methods I use. But going back to this, right? We 1 hour in. But we got a lot of gems. We probably got another hour to go. And so when it comes down to Kyrie, when it comes down to Luka, people is like, oh, I don't know if that shit gonna work. I don't know how you're gonna build chemistry. They're too ball dominant. But you got to understand how they have this chemistry between being a ball dominant player. And so I'm just gonna get some water first. I'm just gonna talk about how you could play with a ball dominant player like Luka and how you could be able to coexist, right? So first things first, I'm gonna talk about various ways, not even just Kyrie, but as a whole, right? And so Luka's a very ball dominant player, almost a ball hog in a sense. But if you want to play with a player like this and be able to thrive, you got to be able to do little things like this, whether you're a big or a guard, right? Which is always being ready, keeping yourself available to where he needs a bailout, he needs something he needs to do something because he messed up or he just don't got anything. You need to be ready to be able to get the ball because you may have an opportunity yourself. And now, boom, you get yourself 2 points off of the player who's extremely ball dominant. They're going to need some bailouts, right? And so, boom, here once again. I want to talk about 2 things when it comes down to this play. 2 things. First thing is going to be about a skill in itself, right? Just as all guards, right? And so one of the times as a guard that you should always change pace is right here, where you're usually setting up these screens and utilize that skip so that you can be able to read your defender and see if they're going to jump out or if they're going to stay there and see if you're going to actually go use that screen. So what Luka does now, he rejects that. And so what I also want to talk about is what he's about to do here as well. You think Luka win MVP this year? It should be Shea, but I don't know if that's going to happen. Just because Luka's numbers is crazy and they like to dick ride, I ain't gonna lie. They dick ride them numbers in European, so we'll see. But also when it comes down to playing with a ball, even just thinking about Luka in himself, right? Understand, right? When you think of Luka, understand he gets a lot of fouls, right? That's a part of his game as well, along with making a lot of the passes, taking a lot of shots. He gets fouls. And so if you're Kyrie or someone playing alongside him, you could also take advantage of the fact that he does draw fouls. Because what he's doing by being so ball dominant is also getting you closer to the bonus, right? And so when you're closer to the bonus, you're now putting more pressure on the defense to guard cleanly and not guard and foul and send you to the free throw line. And so that's a way Kyrie could even be able to maximize playing with Luka. Luka draws the fouls. He gets about 3 or 4 of them. I get the next couple. Boom, we in the bonus. Right there, I'm getting free throws, and the clock is stopped. I'm scoring points. Our defense is getting set, and it really only works for the better. Also, let me make sure I got all my chat visible as well, in case anything sends and I couldn't see it. Let me turn this down too. So, You seen those first few plays where Luka was the aggressor, especially to start the first quarter. And now it's Kyrie's turn. And understand, Kyrie is skilled ass player. You question, could he play with Luka with them being so ball dominant? Yes, he can, because he's efficiency, especially in opportunities like this. He gets Garland, right? All the different ways Kyrie could score. Perimeter, dribble, everything, name it, he could do it. Smaller player in Darius Garland, face up in the mid-range. What does he do? Just jab. You see the space he created? Something so subtle. Y'all really got to understand how powerful a jab is for a player at any position. Because all it did for Kyrie in this situation is that you see Garland's left foot being right here at that top of that C, drops it back behind halfway through that C. And that's a foot of separation from that front foot. And even though you see that left hand out, he can't extend that hand as far out as if that left foot was forward, like where it was before. And so now Kyrie shoots. He's already got his pockets. Boom, bucket. And even understand, can you even see the ball here? I wish you could see the ball. Darius Garland's hand blocking the ball. But I got another example of the triple threat later. What would that shot be? Would that shot be counted as settling? Nah. Essentially, you think his hand is there, but in reality, like, you got to understand, right? You got to understand. I'm going to talk about this. I have another clip that's probably even better with this a little later. But when it comes to a player like Kyrie, you see Garland's hand right there. But understand how many goddamn reps Kyrie put up on this shot. So now once he's shooting in a game, and even if a hand is there, he don't see that hand. So what may be a contested shot for a lot of y'all is not a contested shot for Kyrie, because he's just going off of muscle memory when it comes down to a shot like this. And so boom, over the top. You think you see a hand? He don't see no hand. He don't see no hand. It's the same way for a lot of players too. Like, say, like, that's why he's like, oh, Kobe, that's a tough shot. He shot so many goddamn shots that even if a hand is there, his body's still gonna continue the process of making that shot. Some of y'all don't even understand that. This just takes a shit ton of reps. You gotta have a reputation to get a defender to bite that hard on a jab. In a sense, essentially you could. It could work in your favor, but regardless though, a good jab will get a lot of motherfuckers. Like, you could, if you're talking about the NBA, probably yeah, because all the personnel shit and whatnot. But if we're talking just, say you're in high school or you're in college, if you just hit a motherfucker with a good jab, you get motherfuckers out their socks. I kid you not. Like, when I do IRL shit, there's gonna be times where I just go to the gym and I jab. I'll just jab step the whole time, and I'll show y'all how to play the game of layers off a jab step. Anybody cook them all with a jab step. There's times I kid you not, any point in time I could go in the gym and say I'm just gonna play triple threat today. You know what I'm saying? And that's a luxury to have, because it's like, I don't need to do all this dribbling. I don't need to exert this much. You know, especially when you learn how to create space, how to get these catches and those little things. Like, it just makes the game so much easier. That's wide open to him. Yeah, that's just wide open. Wide open. And so I want to talk about this dynamic as well. You got to understand how this continues to go forward. So you see Luka right here, right? Luka gets that steal. He's going out in transition. Even just look at his speed, right? Luka's probably going damn near his max speed. And so, boom, he throws that lob to PJ Washington. Now the ball, boom, quick out of bounds play. And now Garland lob right there. Fast-paced game right now, high-paced. And so at this point, right, Luka, he points to Kyrie. You got to understand, right? Understand this. This is the key when it comes down to being a ball-dominant player. Luka points to Kyrie. Kyrie hit that last one, right? Maybe 30 seconds or so ago. And now he's getting this one down here. And now they're literally taking turns. Understand. Now Kyrie's getting to his. He may get left. Sees the opportunity that he has. Make or miss. Regardless, he's getting his feel for the game, which is ultimately the key. That's a goaltend like a motherfucker. That was a goaltend like a motherfucker. That was a goaltend like a motherfucker. And so now you're seeing Kyrie's aggression, middle of the first quarter, begin to get higher, right? He took those 2 attempts. It's about 6:46 now. Luka in transition, and now Kyrie running his lane. And what does Luka now do? Being the ball dominant, ball hog, someone like to call him, seek Kyrie Irving in that corner for this shot. And now I got another concept for this right here. y'all gotta understand this as well, right? All y'all be in y'all goddamn workouts, and anytime somebody in your workout throws you a pass like this, y'all start yelling at him. You start getting mad. You start saying, bro, throw a better pass and throw that shit back. Motherfuckers, shoot this shit, right? You gotta understand, because when you play in the game, you're going to get passes this bad. And so in your practice, you must prepare for a game. How must you prepare for a game? Doing all the things that will happen in a game, which includes shooting, catch and shoot off of bad passes. And if you don't shoot those, you won't be prepared to be a catch and shoot player in a game. You got to shoot those, bro. You got to shoot those. Don't do that, oh, give it up, oh, throw a better pass, oh, I'm not going to shoot that. You're not going to get good passes. And as a matter of fact, I would really practice shooting shots with intentionally bad passes, just so I could be able to get better at shooting from any pass that comes from anywhere. Because any shot that's in your pocket, that's natural, that's flow. But if it's outside your pocket, you got to find rhythm different ways. Now it's getting, you don't even got to worry about the regular catch and shoot shit. That shit's already easy. Some highlights. Yeah, 15K. I told y'all, it was a game, bro. LA Fitness runs, yeah, it was 24. It was at 24. I was literally just hooping on a regular day, and the game finished. I looked over and I was like, "Yo, that shit recorded?" I was like, "Oh, send that shit to me," because it was just a regular game, by the way, and I scored 15 out of 15. That game lasted about 2-3 minutes. That shit lasted about 2-3 minutes, gang. I was like, "Dog, you gotta send that shit to me." Someone had their phone propped up. I was like, "Yo, that shit got ugly. It got ugly." I don't even be hooping there for real no more because it's not real comp nowadays. Like, I ain't gonna lie, like, it's just, I could play against the same people. It's just like, bro, I push myself working out with nobody in front of me and having to face my own thoughts than most people actually competing. You know what I'm saying? I feel as though I'm my only competition when it comes down to a lot of shit. And so I just work out by myself a lot of the time and find a way to compete. Like, I'll do one-on-one for 48 minutes against myself. 2s and 3s, if I miss consecutive, it's multiplied. If I miss 3 in a row, times 3, miss 4 in a row, times 4, which rarely happens, and it's all different looks, all different levels I'm scoring. That's just me being creative and me going against myself, because you got to realize in life, it's always you versus you. It's not you versus something, it's you versus you. Always is. And so I want you to understand this with Luka too, right? And so Luka has Jared Allen picked up on him in transition. And so now you think, boom, spin, get yourself to the rim, get your bucket. You got the whole lane. But understand personnel as a defender, right? Which means that once Luka decides to hit this move, at this point, Jared Allen is already in recovery mode because he realizes Luka has the lane. And so he's going to jump out to the lane. And if Luka also goes to the lane, he's a shot blocker. And that's not the best spot for Luka to be with a player like Jared Allen. So what is he going to do instead? Boom, shot, step back, a little Penny Hardaway joint, hit. A lot of y'all would probably think, all right, a lot of y'all probably think that this little half spin right here shot by Luka, a bad shot being in transition, but it's really not. It's a good, solid shot. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta have the confidence to be able to take the shot as well at that. It's crazy. I got that shit from Jamal Crawford. And I was like, yo, that shit, it really do be challenging. Like, it really do push you way harder than you think. And especially when you put parameters to it, like, I can't go and attack the lane. Like, when you really put yourself into a flow. And it's like, okay, I'm getting to these different levels, to these different spots. And I'm not intentionally just going to get layups every time or some shit. Like, you're actually challenging your shot selection, how the defense looks like, playing through help, like, doing pickups and all this stuff, like, understanding spacing, looking shit off. Like, when you're able to see everything, like, it really does get challenging. I done lost to myself before, no cap. I done lost to myself. But this is, remember what I posted on my story though, right? Who had just popped up? It was like, yo, I just seen what you had put on your story. Who was it? I forgot who it was. But yeah, I was gonna say playing in layers, right? Look, this is one of the times in which playing in layers is so prominent, and so this is what it means to play in layers, right? So Luka comes off the screen. This is a stack action. First and foremost, let me talk about the action. Are A1 out in the States? I'm not sure. I don't know. Right? Let me first talk about this action. So, Luka and Dallas love to run this little stack action. Hardaway Jr. at the bottom, Gafford or Big at the top. And so, Luka's about to start playing in layers. And so, let me even restart this again. And so, entering the stack action, Luka's not going to worry about the player that's right here. He's not going to worry about Jared Allen right here because they're both going to get screened. He's going to read Karis LeVert because he's the one who's going to have to make a decision. And so now when Luka gets here, he's like, oh, shit, I got a lot of space. He's dropped back. I could shoot this or I could actually get to the rim. But he probably didn't shoot because he didn't expect to be that open and the rhythm of it. And so what he says, all right, this gap, I'm going to attack it. He's too small. I'm going to get my lay, right? First time, right? Understand, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Run the same set again. And so now understanding from that last play that I came off this screen and I had opportunity for a dribble pull-up. So what am I going to do on this second go-round, right? He gets screened. I get into the pull-up. LeVert is still dropped back. So I have this shot opportunity. He shoots that, and even though he misses, they generate a high-quality look. So what are we now going to do again? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. We're getting quality looks. Let's run this play for a third time. And on this third time, though, Karis LeVert has now learned his lesson. He learned that I should not stay dropped back here because it gives Luka a lot of room to choose what he wants to do. And so what LeVert now does, he steps up on the switch, just like Luka really wanted damn near this whole time. And so he's still going to be able to get to what he wants to. Leads him right, boom, gets there, draws that foul. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Play the game in layers and continue to spam shit that's working. And also understand at the same time, right? Understand. Also, I even forgot to say this too, is that Luka is now in the game without Kyrie. He got Tim Hardaway Jr. Kyrie is out the game at this point in time. And so now Luka's aggression, how much he's going to a certain action consistently, he could do it more and more because he's the one who just has to make the play and he's just making passes out. So this is a time where Luka's aggression is even higher. And this is where he could also bring that balance to when Kyrie is on the floor. And now right here too, I want you to understand this too with Gafford. Understand. It's key, these players over here. These players are extremely vital, right? Because Luka got this switch. And really, ball hogs and ball dominant players really do need y'all help, right? They need help of players, not necessarily y'all, meaning y'all aren't them, but any player, right? If you play with any ball dominant player, trash talk meaning gets in my mind. Work harder. Confidence comes from your inability to trust yourself. Why do you not trust yourself? You haven't done enough. You haven't done the action of playing basketball enough to trust yourself to do it. So you just got to work harder first and foremost, and then the mental shit, you'll be able to find your ground on that once you do trust yourself in the work ethic, the work you put in. So understand this as well, right? These ball dominant, ball hog players need all four of these players because there's going to be a lot of times to where they're going to try and get into their bag like this right here, right? But they're going to end up realizing, oh shoot, I picked up my dribble, I don't got nothing. So it's on you as a teammate to keep yourself available like Gafford is right here, who's going to flash up to the ball, get that, and now get his too. And so instead of just being the person who is just like, oh, he's not going to pass in the ball, he's just going to shoot, you must always stay ready so then you don't have to try and get ready and miss an opportunity. And now Jaden Hardy right quick. Let me talk about Jaden Hardy right quick. Look, this is what it looks like not to settle. So Jaden Hardy gets his hand off. Karis LeVert goes under. A lot of people would shoot that. What does he do? He doesn't. Rescreen occurs. Now he gets left. Gets in this range. Don't got nothing. Gives it up. Right? Gives it up, but most importantly, gets it back. And now he has another action. And now what happens? Nobody goes over. They stay dropped back. And so he now attacks this gap between him and Niang. And this is where he's most comfortable instead of trying to settle out there where he had a shit ton of space that they gave him for a reason. So now he gets here. Now he gets into a pull-up that he's comfortable taking. Instead of taking the shot the defense wants him to take, he takes a shot he wants to take. Then Kyrie. I got to say this with Kyrie. This is going to be a lot of things that's just extremely evident in terms of making attacks when it comes down to someone like Kyrie. You just got to layer by layer. Let's understand. So Kyrie at this point in time, right? Head is up. He's not looking at his defender. His head would be like this. He's looking at Mobley. And now look what Mobley's about to do, right? Notice. Hops out that paint. Now, once he hops out that paint, Kyrie now has the screen timed up. cross, tween. I'm attacking to his baseline. But now Mobley's getting back into the paint. And so what does this tell Kyrie? I can't get to the rim. I must get to my float. Because I can't finish at the rim. That's a big man down there. You got to understand what a player is seeing so you know why they do what they do. That's the key. And now once again with Kyrie, you got to understand too. Boom. What point in time was that even, right? That was Luka when Luka was off the floor. Understand too. That's when Luka was off the floor, right? That's when Luka was off the floor. When Kyrie's playing with that second unit, his aggression also goes up. He's seeking more plays, has a better feel for the ball on the fact that Luka isn't there. So every time down the floor, he's getting a touch. And so that's how you're able to balance that out as well and continue to understand how they do that going into the fourth quarter. Let's get right back to it. I should be taking those dead ass. At least take down timestamps. At least take down timestamps or something. How far do you think the Mavs can go in the playoffs? I ain't gonna lie. They got a good squad around them. But it's gonna be tough to be a Denver team. Like Denver, you need to have size to beat Denver, or like beat a Clippers team. Like, cause Luka could take over a series though. Luka could take over a series, and you know Kyrie could do. But I don't know. It feels like they have the talent, but I don't know what it is. It's making me feel like it's like a second round. Like the second round they may get out, but at the same time, Luka be going off in the playoffs. Like, you remember this last couple times in the playoffs, he was just going off. And so it's like, yo, I don't know. We'll see. Man got bumped to still hit the floater? Exactly. He bumped, leaning all to the side and shit. Net, by the way. No glass. Usually a glass angle, but he couldn't even use it. He got bumped. Second round exit won't be Clippers or Nuggets. That's what I'm saying. It's tough. It's tough because Kawhi also is one of them takeover players, bro. He's also one of them takeover players. So it's tough to see, though. It's going to be interesting. Let me say that. It's going to be interesting because I think Luka may take some shit over and make shit interesting. Like, he going to really make shit like, yo, this is really a series right now. Like, may shock some people. Really may shock some people. And so also understand this too. So Luka right now, he has Jarrett Allen. You've seen him attacking Jarrett Allen throughout this game, and like you're going to see going forward, he likes this matchup. But this action is for Kyrie. And this is a time where a ball-dominant player like Luka Doncic has to say, I got to let Kyrie go ahead and get his touch and get his attack in. Because at the end of the day, he also does have a favorable matchup, which is Karis LeVert, right? Because understand, even though Kyrie gets here, tries to switch hand lay, that's tough. He missed it. Understand what Luka's now going to do when he gets that same matchup that Kyrie just had. Karis LeVert, we play different between him and Kyrie, but I'm still going to attack Karis LeVert because the size differential. And now he's going to use exactly that. From the three-point line, back down, count don't matter, pump fade to get you frozen. Now, get into my fade. Attacking the mismatches. And they're both comfortable with each other going to attack their favorable matchups. And they don't put no ego behind it. They just let each other rock. Timberwolves would, bro, Mavs, Timberwolves, that would be good ass series. That would be a good ass series, Mason. Now you onto something with that. But I would say also an interesting series. Like logically interesting series. I ain't gonna lie. I think a Lakers, any team playing the Lakers in the first round is gonna be interesting if the Lakers make it into the playoffs because they do have Bron and AD. But they're not getting past the second round. I don't think there's no way I see the Lakers getting past the second round. I see the Lakers as being a team that could like throw off some motherfuckers and beat the Timberwolves. But after that, they done. They cooked. Nah, they ain't beating shit. So I would say some shit like that could be interesting. Golden State, if they continue to maintain the steam they have, that could be interesting. If they play a Oklahoma City, like hold on, Oklahoma City versus Golden State could be more interesting than y'all think. If Golden State maintains steam, Clay's doing this shit off the bench, averaging 20 off the bench. He had 25 last night. He had a 30-something off the bench a week or so ago. You know what I'm saying? Like, that could be interesting, bro. Depends on momentum. If him coaching the Lakers losing and playing, I don't know. Playing. Look. LeBron alone, LeBron and AD alone will get it past the playing. How much further past that? I don't fucking know. They be putting too much defense out there, bro. They be putting too much motherfuckers out there who can't score or shoot. And you just think, oh, let's play some defense. Let's lock down. Let's play. Can't do that shit. You can't do that shit no more, bro. It's a scorer's game. It's a scorer's game nowadays, man. It do not work like that. It do not work like that. So now, Evan Mobley.
Fun guy, what's up, baby?
What it do, baby?
Hey, Fred Collins.
You already know.
Fred Collins, appreciate that sub. Evan Mobley now, though, right? Y'all also got to even understand this. Is Kyrie off the floor right now as well? I think Kyrie still might be on the floor. Let me see who's in his right corner. He in his right corner? Let me see. Hold on. Yeah, he is in his right corner. I just had to understand that right quick. So even when it comes down to this, right? A lot of y'all may think of all the people you see on all defense and best defenders in the league as someone who could guard anybody, but that's not the reality. Because understand, right? Luka loves this Evan Mobley matchup, and he's gonna manipulate multiple things within this one play and multiple times so that he could be able to get buckets on an Evan Mobley. So understand what he's doing in this situation, right? Understand. So there's a lot of things that's gonna tell you a lot within this one play. So this first screen happens, PJ Washington, boom, switch right there, Evan Mobley now on Luka. And at this point, Luka just got into that skip. And I want you to understand, when he skipped, he hardly covered any distance and didn't take away the gap between him and Mobley, because that's going to cater to what he's going to do later. And so now at this point in time, understand, Donovan Mitchell's yelling at Evan Mobley, screen coming left. But at the same time, though, Evan Mobley is now also trying to take away Luka's right, which is now why you see his body positioned at that angle. And so with Luka getting into that change of pace to allow that screen to step up, he's now going to use that pace that he used to not take up the space between him and Mobley and take advantage of the space that's on this left side, where Mobley is also antsy and going to, because he doesn't want Luka to go to that right side where his screen is also coming from. And so now he overcommits, and now Luka uses speed to get into a step back and not so much of contact. And now he gets that shot over the top and is able to shoot over a 7-footer in Mobley, because he forced him to now change direction and then get into a contest and not be stationary and have to contest. You're going to see that going forward. He's going to attack Mobley the same way. Yo, what's good, Kigo? But here too, I want y'all to understand this as well. When it comes down to shooting, look at Luka. I just want y'all to see the shot first. Look at the distance on the shot as well. It's like, yo, what the fuck? How you barely moved and knocked that motherfucker down? knock that motherfucker down. And so, right, as a shooter, if you want to add a shot from this far in your bag without needing to dribble, the most important thing is learning how you must gain fluidity through your base, through your stepping, through how much you're loaded, so you can be able to produce enough force to be able to get the ball up and not have that much movement. Because shooting is really all about fluidity. Once you learn how your shot must build fluidity to be able to take shots that may be like that, that's when you're able to expand your range. Fluidity is key. Yo, what's good, Jason? About to go to the game. About to go to the game. Wish me luck. All right, bet. Let me know how I go on Friday. Let me know how I go. He said, "Have fun, chance." But boom, peep this. Remember what I said too. But I also want to talk about this when it came down to that play with Mobley, right? I want to emphasize this other part. Where is this, right? So understand, right?
Fun guy, what's up, baby?
What it do, baby?
Hey, Ted, appreciate that follow. Appreciate that sub. Oh no, that shit's on Twitch. What? Why they fuck? I don't know how Twitch subs follows be popping up. But understand this, right? The way Luka's about to score on Evan Mobley right here, what he's gonna do is utilize the right side, lead him right, boom, push cross to that left, boom, step back shot, right? And so what's gonna happen when he goes into this next play? I don't think it's this next play, it's a play after. This play after this one. Understand that he's gonna try to do the same shit, right? And so when you really watch Luka, one of the things he always likes to do to set up his defender is go right, and then after he goes right, take him back left. But notice how Max Strus guards this, right? He tries to take him back left, get into that step back. He don't fall for it. So what does Luka now have? Nothing. So what is he going to do? Almost faked him out. Now he has to give it up to Tim Hardaway Jr. and he has to change the way he attacks because that basic go-to attack didn't work on Max Strus. He must now reassess. And this is what real scorers do. Gets it off the triple threat, sees what he has, boom, now he gets right. And instead of getting all the way to the rim, stop short, pump fake, fall for that, like he fell for that pass fake, and now I'm getting to the free throw line. The ability to adjust within the course of a play is what scorers are able to be, or the scorers are able to do great. I ain't gonna lie, that was a mean ass break. But I want y'all to understand this as well. Let me get some water. We'll feel that first little exchange with the defender, then get it back and do the same shit. Yep. A lot of players just go and do the same go-to move. Do the same exact go-to move over and over and over. It's like, bro, they already know what you're doing, bro. Just stop it, bro. Just stop it. And so I want y'all to understand efficiency when it comes down to this. Understand this, right? Luka gets this brick off the glass, and now there's 35 seconds left. And now a lot of y'all would think, a lot of players would think, 2 for 1, hurry, go, go, go. But with Luka Doncic, you got to understand personalization. Luka is not a player who decides who should go, go, go. And instead, what he's going to do is choose quality over quantity. Because one good shot is better than 2 bad shots. And so what he's now going to do, get the matchup that he wants. I don't give a fuck if you get 2 shots. I'm going to take 1 really good shot. I get Mobley, work him right, boom, hit that right, snatch back left, and now get that step back going left like he always does, and boom, gets that shot. The reason why he was even able to score on Mobley is because he forced him to shift laterally, change direction, then got into the shot. He didn't just sit there and try to pull up because he learned his lesson from the last play, right? That first one that he had, the first ISO he had with Mobley where he threw it down to Gafford. He tried to stay in the same spot, step back, it ain't work. Now he had to take him left, get him back right, snatch back, then get into the shot. That's when doing essentially more or doing too much is a necessity damn near if you want to get a shot off, right? That's what you must do if you want to get a clean look. So the key is preparing for that and having the body control for it. How players out with no talent naturally feel for the game, can never execute them in the game. You said a lot of stuff you're talking about is great in helping players, but players with no talent and natural feel for the game can never execute them in the game. Well, there's certain things as to which you gotta pick up, and certain things you gotta let go. You know what I'm saying? Like, not everything I say should be done by every single player, but there will be things that apply to a certain part of a person's game, so that they can be able to get better. And so it's just about picking up the right things, and I should emphasize that a little more to where y'all gotta think of this as, will I actually do this? Will I actually use this? Or there's a IQ standpoint to where I learned how he attacked this certain situation, I could be able to do so. Which is why even before this all comes about, you got to also put the work in. And so there's a lot of shit in terms of putting the work in, but in terms of the approach, like the mental approach, that's where there's not a lot of shit. A lot of this, the NBA players do come from watching a lot of games, making a bunch of mistakes in natural field. Yeah, of course, you gotta actually go make the mistakes. Luka sometimes always like, man, he just hit. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, that's a tough ass shot. The tough ass shot. And so look, this is something else I want to talk about as well, like balancing aggression, right? So coming into the second half, start of the third, Kyrie's gonna be the one to be the aggressor to start. And so that balance between the two is vital. And so when it comes down to Kyrie, right, this is the most underrated part of Kyrie's game, right? Is not Kyrie's ability to get here, boom, fade, and be able to hit these tough shots, right? Understand the layer behind that, right? Understand the layer. It's his ability to be able to control his body when he takes a step that's pointed to half court, while his body is also pointed that way, an ability to turn and fade and stay controlled. It's his body control that y'all got to pick up before you even think about how to make the shot, because you can't make the shot if you don't have the body control. y'all got to understand that as well. Body control, you got to build that. My phone's not even on D&D. I'm tripping. Give me 1 second. Phone was buzzing and shit. I hate when my phone be buzzing and I'm streaming. You can watch this all day, which if you really pay attention to, it's great. A lot of knowledge, good tips, but nothing beats experience and learning from your own mistakes when it comes to the game. That's why I say it's a process to where you must learn and must actually go and apply. It's a constant back and forth. Learn and apply, learn and apply, learn and apply. But I can guarantee you this is that if this say was not here, a lot of people would not even be aware of information and aware of what they must do and how they must adjust to certain things. How we gonna build that body control? Functionally strength training, weight room, building the right muscle, building core muscle, building leg muscle stability through full ranges. There's a whole other layer to it. I do talk about it oftentimes, but I don't know if I can do it at this point in time because we low-key dummy late. But functionally strength training is one of the ways to which you could do that. Then also, like he was talking about, the experience and the exposure to the situations. Not necessarily exactly that, but just playing basketball, because you will gain a natural control by playing the game more. Your body will adapt to the demands of the game. And so Kyrie probably never worked on taking one step towards half court, fade, turn, over right step. Like probably never worked on that. But he's just in a flow and his body can control all these various planes of movement. So I don't know about weights. It's all good. Just hoop. Like I said, just hoop. Your body will adapt. Your body will adapt. How helps with decision making? Is there a way I can train that? Neuroplasticity. I'll say it just boils down to your ability, like I said, your mental capacity, your ability to think. And so you must expand your thinking. Like you must question more, like, and really try to uncover the truth behind certain things and uncover new layers. That's what it really boils down to. So I would just say question more, think deeper about certain things more. Because a lot of the things, especially some of the stuff I say, like say I have a clip where I'm talking about a detail which no one really thought of, they'd be like, oh, he's yapping. Yapping is just their way to remain ignorant to a truth. That's all it is, right? And so what you must now do is just as a person, you must now unlock all those keys so you can see what's behind there and see all what there really is. And so essentially that's that neuroplasticity, the ability just to kind of think deeper as well. After enough reps, bro, you don't. That's the thing. Like, y'all gotta understand. Like, he I could damn near guarantee you don't be going into the gym. Like you said, after enough reps, I could understand the flow, right? Like, you gotta really understand. Look at this move by Kyrie, right? This is what you see in the highlights, and it gets y'all all messed up. Is that he takes a shot like this, and y'all begin to think, oh, he went into the gym and did this rep, he did that shot 1,000 times, 2,000, 100 times, 300 times, or some shit. But he probably did not. What he gained is a body control. So now once he gets to the point where he has to turn over his shoulder and fade away, he could do so. It's just the body control and the exposure to these various movements that allowed him to get to that point to where he could hit it. But if you're gonna spend time in the gym doing moves like that, that's a waste of time. It's a waste of time, because how often do you see him do that? Which is why he probably never's done it, and it's just all body control. I feel like beginning every. I think it's the hardest job in the world. Everything you have to work. Film, body business, everything. Media followed you, and the game doesn't care what you're going through. Can't take. Yeah, there's a lot of shit behind it. There's a lot of shit behind it. But even here too, peep this attack by Kyrie. Peep this attack, right? Understand. Start of half, right? 10:26 left. And so you got to understand, to start this half, Kyrie is hyper aggressive. This is how they bring that balance. And so at this point in time, he's getting to this attack with Darius Garland. And notice where he's going to lead the ball. He goes from that right wing all the way down over here to where y'all see is another help defender. But why would he go somewhere where there's help? It's because this help defender is guarding Luka Doncic. And so in reality, he's just a cone. He's not going to do anything. You know what I'm saying? So now Kyrie can be able to get this angle going right and get exactly into this pull-up, and I'll get into that shot that he exactly wanted, because Luka's gravity, right? Utilizing the gravity of the player that you're trying to coexist with will allow you to be even better. And now here, I want you to peep this with Kyrie and Luka. These little things, right? These tiny little things. You could tell they built a little bit of chemistry and just kind of enjoy playing with each other. Little plays like this, right? You see Luka, you see Kyrie, points that way, and Kyrie's always also pointing the same way. They both see the same thing. They both understand it. So he continues to cut. Luka finds him along that baseline. Kyrie gets up here, boom, little fade away. He misses it, but you can see the connection between the two. And that shows that they've been able to coexist much better, especially in comparison to last year. Triple threat in court vision, indeed. I don't even know if this is something when it comes down to Kyrie, right? I don't even know if some of y'all peep this. I don't know if y'all watch too many highlights. But like I said, though, I don't know if y'all just be watching too many Kyrie Irving highlights to not understand that he always does this, and it could help you in your game. Anytime he gets a rebound, he catches, immediately cuffs the ball to his shoulder, wraps it right in, cuffs it, so that he can protect the ball from anybody who be coming underneath him and trying to steal it. And so now the ball is always protected. You don't got to worry about bringing the ball down. Oh shit, strip turnover. Coach gets mad. Anything may happen. Like if you in high school. So something you can just simply add in. Catch, cuff, protect the ball as soon as you get it. And out here too, I fuck with this clip. This might be my favorite clip of the game. Might be my favorite clip of the game. You got to understand, right? Let's talk about Jared Allen to start with. I got to talk about Jared Allen. You got to peep Jared Allen. You got to understand his positioning. So, understand this. I may slow this down. I got to go 0.5, actually. My bad for keep going back. I just got to. I got to make sure this is right. But peep. So, Kyrie gets off the screen, right? And now, Kyrie Irving has Jared Allen on him. Jared Allen has his hand up, but that's not no real contest hand because Jared Allen is guarding Kyrie and setting him to the baseline towards Kyrie's right side. And with Jared Allen also having that right hand up as a contest, that's going to end up being a cross contest, right? And so you got to really understand his positioning is that Allen's here, boom. What's going to end up happening, Kyrie's just reading him. Right hand gets up, boom, shot. That's not no real contest. That's not no real contest, bro. Hold on. Let me get some water. Get some water right quick. And so just understand his positioning. Because sometimes people will be like, oh, that's a bad shot. Oh, that shit won't work. Oh, that's not. No. It is a good shot. Because the reps he also put behind it. And so like I said, though, right? Jared Allen's guarding Kyrie from the right side. Right hand up as a contest. That's not no contest because he's forcing Kyrie right, taking away his left side. And now by doing that with that right hand up, what Kyrie now has opportunity to do is bring that ball to his right side away from the contest because now Jared Allen's going to have to cross contest. And that's a further distance to reach Kyrie's shot pocket. And now he just shoots that shit over the top, boom, bucket. It's all about pockets oftentimes, especially in the triple threat. That's a layer you got to add after you get like the basic shit like a jab. With the biggest unguardable, that shit is tough. This shit is also unguardable too. Understand this with Luka. Luka's so good with pace, right? Understand. Luka gets this steal. He's going down in transition. Understand his speed, right? Right? He's staying the same speed all the way through until now. Because now he's actually at a point of attack. The defender maintained the same exact speed as him going up, but once he's at a point to where he could actually get somewhere purposeful, he decides to up the speed, get that bump, and now he gets that lay. And guess what, too? After that lay, look at the ref. He gets teed. I ain't gonna lie. There's no way Luka does a shot like this, and what ends up occurring afterwards is that now he does that, and the ref decides to guess what? Tee him up. That's some bullshit right there. I don't know what he could have done to actually get a tech. That's where basketball and referees have overextended their control and their power on the game. That's some bullshit, bro. I don't know what he could have said to get a tech. That's ridiculous, bro. Ridiculous. And now this is also another play, right? Understand Kyrie, right? Understand, look, Kyrie, boom, he's cooking, right? So you see Kyrie get into this step back right here, but he did not step back because of Max Strus. You gotta understand. From start to finish, bias and fuck the rest. I ain't gonna lie, it is, right? So understand, right? Kyrie first and foremost got the switch with Max Strus. He understands I got the mismatch, right? And so does the entire Cavs defense. So look at this weak side, right? What does Karis LeVert do? Instead of clearing out with Tim Hardaway Jr., he decides to load up, right? Hold on, let me turn this down. Right? He decides to load up. And also Donovan Mitchell. Look what Donovan Mitchell's doing, right? He's ready for the rotation. So this means the entire defense is trying to get the ball out of their hands. And so what Kyrie does now is set up Max Strus so he can get left to where he has space to get into his step back. Y'all got to understand why a player doesn't move and not just try to do a move because they just did a move. And here too, peep this with Donovan Mitchell and Luka, right? This is something a lot of y'all really can learn from. This is one of the basic things all y'all can learn from. And so understand, Luka gets this switch right here at Donovan Mitchell. What allows this all to also stay balanced is that both Kyrie and Luka are attacking mismatches. And so it's not like they're just trying to attack anything they want just because they want to go and score. These are smart, timely attacks. And what allows Luka to take advantage of all of these attacks is his pace, his poise. Because Donovan Mitchell at this point in time, he's stepping up, reaching, boom, making him lose the ball a little bit, bringing some pressure. But what does Luka do? Stay composed, send Kleber through, and now he goes right so he can have a lane to get to the rim. And now, boom, he gets right exactly to the rim and gets a layup. He's able to maintain pace, maintain composure. And the most important part between these two players, Luka and Kyrie, is for both of them to remain efficient. If they both remain efficient, ain't gonna be no problem. There's not gonna be not enough basketball to share. And now once again, mismatches. Understand, Tim Hardaway Jr. even sees it. Understand, Kyrie is also off the floor. So now that aggression could increase even more. And so now they're attacking Donovan Mitchell once again. He's getting the matchup that he exactly wants. But he has doubled. He's doubled. And understand this with PJ Washington, right? When it comes down to being the person who is doubled or who does make that slip, one of the most important parts of this. Understand the most important part. A little detail, right? A little detail. And so PJ Washington, boom, he slips out. And understand how PJ Washington's going to catch the ball, where he's going to turn. He catches this, turns over the right shoulder, so now his chest is faced towards the rim. And with his chest being faced towards the rim, he now has to turn back here so that he can see the side that he has to read. But that time right there has allowed Karis LeVert more time, the defense more time, to be able to get back in rotation, get back set. And so in a situation like this, he needs to catch and turn directly towards where he could throw the pass. Because from this position, you can't throw to the corner, wing into the top. You must be faced the other direction. And then understand, this is not for me to score. This is for me to pass. And so at that point in time, where he could have had the defense in some mean rotations, had a little cut earlier where he had to, couldn't get that. Jared Allen, boom, gets there, gets that block. And here too with Luka. Peep this though. Aggression. Peep this too as well. Hold on. Keep the work. Yeah, been helping all of us out. Indeed. Will do indeed. But understand this with Jared Allen, right? One of the most. I'm gonna slow this down even more. 0.5. Peep this, right? So Luka gets Jared Allen on him, right? And understand his feet. Understand his feet when Luka gets into the skip, right? Because Luka skips and Jared Allen, he lands while Luka is already taking a step out. And so that shows you Jared Allen's already anticipated him going left, right? I'm just putting substance behind how we got the angle. This is not something you really have to look for, but this is something that's just going to a flow that just allowed Luka to be able to just identify something, right? He's not literally looking at it, but just I'm explaining why his body ended up being in this spot and why he's slow. And so now, boom, he attacks that front foot, gets that other way. And so really all it boils down to is Jared Allen jumped out before Luka even made his move. Really already picked his fate. Yo, what's good, Pete? That tween counter is so nice. It is. Peep this by Donovan Mitchell. Hold on. This is elite. This is elite by Donovan Mitchell. So understand. This is crazy. This is kind of crazy, but understand, all right? Look at Donovan Mitchell right now. He gets blown by sitting at the 3-point line, and he's like, oh, he's going to score. But at this point in time, understand his recovery, though. Luka gets this catch. Boom, he rips through. Donovan Mitchell now, he has to rotate. And now usually a lot of players rotate with a shit ton of speed. And what Luka always does to take advantage of that is slow down. But Donovan Mitchell, what does he do? He slows down right now. He maintains the same pace as Luka, so that once Luka gets here and thinks, oh, he's going to go way too fast, he's going to bump me, Donovan Mitchell's just in perfect position to swipe the ball and get a steal. He disassociated the rotational speed as a defender once Luka got there and then just made a play. He ain't playing to his game, and that's elite shit. I don't know if he really thought of it or he was just already just lazy and he was just there, and then boom. He literally matched his speed, which is kind of, it was like, yo, I rarely see that. That's rare. What type of film should you be watching? Players that are similar to you, and not players that you want to be, players that are legit similar to you and the type of spot you're going to be in the game. But even understand this as well too, right? At the end of the third is where Kyrie is able to just get his touches, and he is going to miss this, but this is just all for me to show is like, oh, that's the point of time in which Kyrie's going to be able to kind of just go ahead and get his and do what he wants. But now the star of the fourth, this is also extremely vital to understand. You got to understand this in its entire dynamic, right? Because we saw Kyrie be the aggressor to start the third quarter. Now fourth quarter, start of the fourth, they're both in. Now understand how Luka's going to be the aggressor. He gets off this screen, pulls Mobley out, picks up the dribble, but he's going to get it right back. And now Kyrie's just sitting there chilling. He finished off the third. He got his looks. He cool. So now Luka has to build up his rhythm. Attacks the paint on Evan Mobley. Gets all the way down. Forces 4 defenders to get into rotation. Kicks out to Josh Green for the shot at the top of the key. He does brick it though. But most importantly, you got to understand this next possession down. Right? Now Luka, same thing. Attacking Mobley. This time, I'm not going to pass. And what am I actually going to do this time? I'm going to do exactly what I've done the entire time, especially in the first half when attacking Evan Mobley. What I'm going to do is take him right, then change direction and get back left. Not going to use a step back now, but I'm going to get into this paint and really put pressure on him to make a decision and be hesitant because I utilize these pump fakes. And as I do so, I cover more ground. Boom, I get that lay. And so here now, this is literally the next time down. This is how they balance this shit out. It all gets balanced, right? If one person's cooking, they let him cook. But now at this point, he does end up seeing a double team, which is quite rare. So now they just give the ball up to Tim Hardaway Jr. And now Tim Hardaway Jr. being just another person on the squad, ain't no problem. I'm going to get mine. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no problem. You're going to do him. 6th man of the year. 6th man of the year right there. Do you think it's bad for you if you ball hog but you're the best player on your team? I mean, there's an extent as to which essentially ball hogging is bad, but like when it comes down to say like a Luka or a Shea, right? I want y'all to even understand this, right? When I say a ball hog for Luka or for Shea or any player like that, I'm just saying a player who has a ball in their hands a lot, who holds the ball a lot, but they do it rightfully so. Because that's what they're great at doing. And so in Luka's case, high usage, high touches, but that's what he's best at. He's efficient in playing that way and maximizes players around him and put the work in, most importantly, to validate the fact of that. And we see that in his skill and his talent. Whereas if we talk about ball hog in high school, some players have the talent. But if you're just ball hogging and say, man, I just need to get mines, and you don't put the work behind it, you don't have the results behind it to prove you could be efficient, that's a completely different thing. So those are two different things. It just depends on your perception of even the word. It just has the negative connotation. Norman Powell, 6th man of the year? Or can't... You hating on Tim Hardaway. You hating on Tim Hardaway. Did you have 15 points for your team? Yeah, but I was hot. I was hot. What the fuck? I ain't missed. You gonna see in the video, I ain't missed. Or I missed the first few, but now I was like, I'm fuck. I'm going. I probably scored like 6 straight, then another 6 straight. I've done it quite a few times even. I've done it quite a few times, like score 15 out of 15. But now look, I want y'all to understand though. Now at this point, especially in this fourth quarter, right? In this fourth quarter, I want you to understand how Kyrie and Luka just about to take turns and take over until nearly the end. You saw Luka with those first 2 possessions, then he had the Tim Hardaway play, and now he has Garland. Luka, he's just chilling in the corner, letting Kyrie do his thing. And so now Kyrie, boom, he's just able to get to his spots, get to exactly what he wants with Garland on him. He does miss it, but still understand how they're going to continue to almost take turns. Because now Luka got the rock, and they're both in the action at this point. Kyrie ain't hit that last one that he had, so now we're just going to use each other for gravity and see whoever could get the best out of this. And so what Luka does is utilize the gravity of Kyrie on the screen with Okoro jumping out. And so jumping out, boom, he has the right side. Luka now gets to the stop, mid-range pull up from that elbow, bucket, right? Really about to start flowing. Now next time down, Kyrie, boom, getting down quick. Luka just hanging back, might just be chilling, a little tired, might be. So what does Kyrie now have? Boom, roll, pulls Mobley over, boom, lob over the top to Lively. They're taking turns with their touches. Doesn't have to be them scoring, doesn't have to be them shooting. They're just taking turns with touches. Hold on. Oh, okay, I thought I seen another chat right quick. But even here too though. This is another one of those plays, right? Understand. Neither one of those last couple of plays really resulted in them getting a bucket, right? It was Kyrie with the pass. So with Kyrie having the pass last possession, not really getting the bucket, now it's at another position to where either one of them could be the aggressor and be the one to get the touch. Ball gets thrown to Lively in the middle. Kyrie has a choice to go for a handoff or just to let it be. And now he goes for the back door. So now Luka gets it. And now this attack, it's not like Kyrie can say, oh, he's taking too much, he's doing too much, he keep the ball for himself. No, Kyrie decided to get into that back door and give it back to Luka, right? He didn't like the opportunity in the field that he had on that play. And so now Luka ends up getting to this left. Boom, Mobley's leaving. Okoro has now broken his base, and understand this too. Boom, contact step back. It's a little different. We seen him hit Mobley with the speed step back when he was doing those layers. Now, boom, nudge, contact step back. Different ways to be able to create space. Luka gets that bucket. Now here too, Lil Jim. They just going back and forth. It should really be going back and forth. These are just really the made field goals. Not every single possession is directly in this, but a lot of these are like right after each other. So understand, right? Look at Donovan Mitchell's defense, right? He's solid. Damn near got Tim Hardaway Jr. trapped. Boom, gets here to a stop, picks the ball up, clapping his hands. He excited, right? But all it takes for that to go in the garbage is just this one thing y'all never work on, which is a good jab. A good jab will be the one thing that y'all could always use to be able to get your bucket. But you need to work on it first. You need to work on the jab. All he had to do was jab and got himself bailed out, man. All he needed was a jab. They literally traded. Do you have anything that you wish you would have told your younger self to help you? I mean, essentially, not really, because I'm here exactly where I am today, and I'm in a position as to which I could not think I could be better in. You know what I'm saying? I don't think I could be in an even better position, but there's a couple things as to which I think I could have done better. But like I said, I don't know if I'll be exactly where I am now. So, and I wouldn't trade where I am now for anything. And now here too with Luka. Right? This shit is literally trading. This shit was low-key fun to see. It was literally just touch, go. Tell the parents to record the AAU games. Yeah, like I said before, like little things I wish I could have done, like I said earlier in the stream. But like, it's like, if I did that, would I end up going to a different school? And if I ended up going to a different school because I had more film, would I have not stopped basketball at this point in time? And if I don't do that, I'll still be playing now, meaning that all these gems, all these videos I got are gone from the surface of the earth, and then now I'm just on the whole other track I plan on going. That's a completely different universe. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I don't want to trade what I got now for anything, but I'm cool. I'm chilling. And so understand this too. They continue to trade buckets, right? So Kyrie just had the bomb, right? He made that three from the side, and Luka also made that step back from the left side. And so at this point in time, they really both are ready to go knock down a shot. But at this point, Luka turns his head, sees Kyrie. He says no. That's crazy, right? But this is where you just really got to must make this shot. Because you looked off Kyrie with no defender in transition and he would have faced a closeout, you got to hit this. And guess what? Luka, he hit that. And now Kyrie's like, okay, we good. You know what I'm saying? They both have a superb and extreme amount of confidence in themselves in every move that they do. And they never keep necessarily the other person in the back of the mind when they're about to do something that's kind of questionable. They just go and do it, which is why you have a play like that and Luka can knock that shot down. And it's not like he's sitting here thinking, oh, Kyrie's going to get mad at me. He's going to get mad. He's just playing the field. He's just playing the field. He ain't scared to take no risk. And out here too with Jared Allen, right here too. This is where Luka got this shit right back, right? So after hitting his past 2 threes, I'm gonna attack another mismatch. Now Kyrie's like, all right, let me get out the way, let him go, let him cook, right? And so now with Jared Allen, what is he gonna end up doing? Boom, gets left, brings it back right, and once again, contact step back, because there's a difference between the speed and the contact. And with Jared Allen deciding not to open up his base, not to flip his base, now he's just exposing that left side to where once he gets nudged, he's just way off balance. Has to take a whole nother step to get back out to Luka. So now boom shot, but guess what? Miss. So guess what time it is, right? It's time to trade. It's time to trade. Let's let Kyrie do what he wants to do now. So he ends up getting this touchdown this time. And so, all right, I could hand off. Right, I could get into this handoff, or I could just do this right here. See Garland jump out, boom, back door. Now I'm just getting straight to my lays. Let's trade buckets, let's trade touches, right? And so this is where the game really began to shift. This is where it began to shift because this motherfucker Max Strus, man. Notice this shit right here, right? This is the beginning of the end of the Dallas Mavericks. Max Strus pop, boom, hit, first 3 of the game, right? Understand what's about to happen right here. Had to get the replay for this, right? Tim Hardaway Jr. passes it in. Kyrie catches it, thinks he has to throw it to the ref. Turnover, bro. These plays, look at the bench. He like, damn, bro. Them shits is just like, why? And guess what? Max Strus, guess what? Luka too lazy on the chase. Max Strus in the right corner, guess what? Boom, hit. That's an 8-point flip. You hit that first 3. Now you missed the opportunity to even get a 2 on the other side. Now they hit that 3. 8 points right there. That's a huge change. But really a 5-point swing in those 2 possessions. Just a 5-point swing. So now it's like they right back in the game. They was just up 10. It's not like, fuck, damn, this shit is getting tough. That shit is getting tough. But now, like I said though, right? What happened last time? Kyrie got the bucket. He got the lay. So now he's gonna be the aggressor going forward this time. Boom, pull up from deep. He just playing off field. Guess what? Boom, bucket, right? They taking turns, bro. This shit really crazy. He just getting straight to what he want. But guess who else is doing the same exact thing? Max Strus, because chasing off this screen, they didn't know if they're switching the stand. Boom, Max Strus on the pop. Guess what? Another shot hit. This is where the game is getting interesting. And so Kyrie hit his last 2, right? And now, guess what? I'ma still keep it. I'ma still keep going. And now he's got Karis LeVert, gets his attack going baseline, right? Tries to work around, gets blocked. And once again, guess what's about to happen, bro? They down 1 man in transition. Now Max Strus circles back, boom, another hit. That shit was getting tough, bro. That's what, 3 straight threes at that point? Pretty sure that's 4 straight. So now, this is where the ties really began just to get crazy. This is where it got crazy. Yo, what's good, Hanif? Right? 30 seconds left. About 30 seconds. Donovan Mitchell shot. Right? Understand how he makes this shit. Off glass, bro. You missed that shit by 2 feet. 2 feet, you missed that shot, but it still went in. It's all good, though. It's all good, regardless. Because at this point in time, they down 3. Right? They down 3. And I want you to understand this attack by Kyrie as well. So, now being down 3 with about 30 seconds left, this play is literally run for Kyrie because you got Luka sitting in the corner and nobody else is going to try and go and make a play. So Kyrie, boom, he ends up getting this at the top over here, right? And so the key is Mobley right now in this cut by Cleaver, right? Because as soon as he begins to get into this paint, Kyrie, boom, rip through. And so now he's able to cover this amount of ground and be able to get this deep down before Evan Mobley could fully step up, because he was still trying to get to where Kleber was as a help defender. And so now Kyrie, boom, float, they get a quick easy two, right? Shit began to get crazy right here. Then it ended up not fouling, ball ended up they had to take a timeout. What happens with Cleveland? Boom, right there, ball goes off and Darius Garland's foot. That's where it gets crazy. This is where everybody get crazy. Now they down one. Guess what they about to happen right here too. If you really seen this shit live, it was probably crazier. But if you just watched the game, it's a little crazy. I didn't see it live, but understand what even happened here. Tip pass by Evan Mobley. Luka, god damn. That's when it was just like, yo, what the fuck is going on? So now Luka gets here, drop down to PJ Washington. I'm not passing out to Tim Hardaway. You don't need a three. Gets that too. But then this shit right here is insane. Boom, catch, chuck, heave, hit. Bro, just to see that shit like actually go in is like, bro, what the fuck? Like, bro, like really, like it's like what the fuck? Like it's
Fun guy, what's up, baby?
that shit is wild.
Yeah,
Richard, appreciate that sub, Richard. But like, it's just like, yo, it's just crazy, bro. Boom, pull up, hit. Hey, David Hain, if I'm about to post 2 videos this week in the community, by the way. 2 probably apply the second level of that other plyo, then probably another lift I may do tomorrow. Switch that shit too, exactly. That shit was insane, bro. That shit, look at Tim Hardaway Jr. He's just like, bro, fuck that shit, bro. What the hell? You at that point you can't just do anything except for just take your L and just leave, bro. It's like he hit that shit, bro. He hit that shit. And so that's the end of today's stream. This stream low-key went dummy late. This shit 7:10. I'm gonna have some crazy idea planned up for tomorrow though. So make sure y'all stay tuned. Make sure that y'all also stay in tune for when this merch drop, because the DOR merch drop coming very soon. As soon as this website is done, know that it's up. And so make sure that y'all also sacrifice y'all present self and invest into your future self. Is Sharif Cooper first game of his 10-day contract? I don't know. I don't know. I haven't been keeping up with Sharif Cooper and shit. I haven't really been keeping up. If he get burned, I'll low-key peep. Jacoby Walter, you did recommend that. I'm pretty sure I have that in my pictures. I have a whole bunch of recommendations of y'all. But peep my Instagram story. I may ask y'all for more recommendations. So peep Instagram story. Peep that. But for now, make sure y'all sacrifice your present self and invest into your future self and do everything you need to do to get to where you want to go. So discipline or regret, you choose.